All right, guys, first let's congratulate the winner, Jaron Boots Ennis.
Appreciate it.
Boots, anything you want to say before we ask the media to ask you questions?
No, I just want to say, shout out to my friends and family that came out. Appreciate the support and the love. Shout out to Showtime. They put me on this platform. And that's good. You might as well call it Mr. Showtime.
Bozy, anything you want to say?
No, thank everybody for coming out. That's all I'm saying.
All right, we'll take some questions from the video.
So we're just going to ask you guys to make sure you speak nice and clear into the mic so we can hear everybody. And I just want to ask you, Jaron, congratulations on the win, first of all.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You had spoken before, and we'd shared some information. We did a nice feature on the show about the young man in Pittsburgh that you're helping out.
Yes.
Can you tell the press here and the people watching that you dedicated the fight tonight to this young fella?
Most definitely, I dedicated this fight to Jax. He's a 7-year-old kid from Pittsburgh. He going through some things, and I just wanted to help out. Try to find him a match for what he had. Bone marrow.
Yeah. So Jax has a rare disease that is he is in need of a bone marrow transplant. He's a 7-year-old boy. I guess a rare, but an affliction that does affect people all across the country and the world. And the opportunity for it is a fatal disease, and there is a chance to save the young man's life or anybody with this fatal disease if they find a bone marrow match. So there's an organization called Be The Match where you can register and find out if you're a match for Jax or someone else that is in need.
Yeah, it only took 2-3 seconds. Swab.
Jaron did it. Unfortunately, Black and Latino Americans under-index in this registry. And you need to be, if you have Latin blood, Latino blood, or Black blood, you need that. You need that ethnicity to be a match, to potentially be a match. And unfortunately, there's not as many Latino and Black donors in the registry. So I think that's why Jaron took up this cause and why we were so proud to hear about it and to be part of it and help amplify it as best we can. So I just wanted to make sure you guys were all aware.
Most definitely, this is bigger than inside the ring, outside the ring too.
It is.
It's bigger than boxing. This is bigger than boxing.
We'll pass my
Questions?
Jaron, congratulations on your victory. Did you break a sweat in there, first and foremost?
Most definitely, yeah, I broke a little sweat. I was just getting, filling them out, things like that.
A little more.
Again, the narrative is you don't go past the 6, you finished him in 2. Did you want to get more work today?
At the end of the day, like I always say, I started right now like a rivalry, and I really, I'm not. It don't really matter to me, as long as I get the job done, win, and look good doing it, and making a big statement, it don't really matter. It was the first round or the 12th round, so you might as well, you know what I'm saying?
This was, of course, the IBF title eliminator. You're now the #1 contender. Errol Spence sitting front row. Right after the fight ended, you went to the apron, you were speaking in Errol's direction. Was that targeted at Errol, or who are you speaking to?
Most definitely. I'm #1 at the IBF now, so like I said, it's time to go fishing.
I was actually talking to Cameron Duncan after the fight regarding your future, and Errol Spence was right next to me. I asked Errol Spence if he's going to be fighting you, and he just told me Crawford. So, considering that you might be the second coming of Terrence Crawford, trying to find people who might want to fight you, how do you see your career moving forward and getting those big-time fights that you need to have a star-making performance?
First of all, I ain't the second coming of nobody. I got my own style, my own swag. Like I said before, if he don't fight Crawford, I'm here. And I definitely take the fight. I'm ready to continue to keep showing these guys that I'm the best welterweight in the world.
Hey, Mike Hoppinger with ESPN. Congrats, Jaron Ennis.
Thank you.
Amazing performance again. What do you think it's going to take for you to get the big fight? Obviously, you're at a point right now where guys aren't in a rush to fight you. You're getting the mandatory and look at a title, it seems, one way or another. But is there anything you think you can do in particular to try to make it easier?
I'm with Showtime. I feel like the big fights is, set in stone. I'm here. And I feel like a big fight is next, and you know I'm gonna continue to keep fighting like big name fighters and stuff like that from here on out.
You know, it feels like people don't talk about you enough as a power puncher, but you're getting guys out of here pretty quick over and over and over. Clayton was a guy that showed pretty good defense in a lot of his past fights.
Yeah, he was a durable guy. I actually thought he was gonna get up from the shot, you know, but I guess my new name is Revolver.
So it's shots. Should you be listed as one of the biggest punchers in boxing?
If y'all want to, I mean, you know, it speaks for itself, you know. Look at my knockout percentage.
Chris. I got him. I got him.
You already catching flies.
Anybody else, Keith?
Catching bullets.
What?
Jaron, in the back here, Keith Heidi from BoxingScene.com.
Oh, I see.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You're welcome. How do you expect it to be now moving forward in that you're the mandatory, but Spence is obviously going to fight Crawford, or expected to fight Crawford next. And most people are not going to want to fight you after what they saw again tonight. How do you expect to get opponents to get into the ring with you after what you did tonight?
I mean, like I said before, I got Showtime behind me. You know, I feel like we can get these big name fights, and as long as the money talk, I think they're gonna get in that ring. So we'll see. You know.
Tell him, Bozy.
Yeah. Oh, I got something to say. Talked to Stephen. He was saying if we don't get the title shot from Spence, we probably will fight Thurman if he give us the titles, you know, for the titles. And if we don't get him, we're gonna wind up fighting Stenionis. So one of them got to fight him sooner or later. So you know, and it should be pretty soon.
Bozy, would you expect Thurman to really entertain the idea of fighting your son?
I don't know. None of these guys, I mean, they say they're fighting, but then next thing you know, they fight somebody else.
I think he'd do it because he got to get back into the picture.
Not only that though, it's for the titles.
Yeah.
So for the titles, I think he will take a chance for the titles. You know what I mean? Other than that, he wouldn't. You know.
All right, Boots.
What's up?
Before the fight, he said, you know, we'll wait until after the fight to talk about, you know, you having that title shot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, took care of business. Pretty much was like easy work. So, like, what is it now? Like you said, Coach Bozy said, like, it's either Thurman or Stenionis for the titles, but like you said, it really doesn't matter, don't it?
Yeah, it don't really matter who it is. I just want to continue to, you know, put on great shows and build my legacy, you know, and win these belts and go ahead and move up to 54. So I want to grab all the belts at 47 and then go to 54. So let's get it.
Hey Boots, Cameron Buford here, voice of the fans by way of LA News Observer. The other day you talked about giving back to your community and being an example and giving back to your kids. Would you speak further? I walked in kind of halfway through the story about you working with the young boy, but will you speak about why that is still so important to you?
With the kids and
Either one. I think that's just a great example.
Right.
The story working with the boy is just a great example, but working with the kids overall, I think that speaks volumes about you as a person.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You know, my dad got a couple young fighters. Ella got a couple young fighters, and Sean got a couple young fighters, and they in tournaments, and some of them pro, and you know they look up to me and stuff like that. So I do my part as, you know, being around and, you know, motivating them and trying to get them, you know, to get to the next level and try to better them. So on Monday I'll be back in the gym. You know, I'll probably train, you know, and help the kids out, give them pad work, you know, working a few things with them, and that's about it. Boxing is my life.
Also, you said how dynamic you wanted to be tonight. Were you as dynamic as you wanted to be? And then looking into when you go back into the gym, what's something that you want to work on?
I mean, I really was like just getting into my groove, so I can't really say. I gotta go back and watch it and see, you know. But when I go back to the gym, I'm just continue to keep working on everything, and that's you never can stop learning. So I feel like I'm gonna continue to keep being Greek, you know, keep working on different things and trying to better my career, take my career to the next level.
Mohammed Mubarak with the Electronic Urban Report. I want to ask you, did you know much about this opponent that you were fighting tonight, and what particular strategy came into your mind when you first got into the ring?
Like I said before, I don't watch film on guys that I fight unless I seen them fight before. But I let my team do that. Look at the guys that I'm fighting, and I focus on listening to them and sticking to the game plan. So that's about it.
Well, you had a reason for fighting this particular guy.
No, that's who they lined me up to fight. I didn't pick him.
Manute?
Oh yeah.
Jaron, you had a RIP grandma lot on the back of your trunks. Can you tell us what that was about?
Oh yeah, my grandma passed away about 2 years ago. It was May 7th, so 2 years in a week. So my grandma passed away, and that's my dad, mom, and that was everything to me. My grandma taught me how to play pity pat card games and stuff like that. So it's a shit big first outfit. Yeah. Oh yeah, and my grandma made my first boxing outfit. There's a lot of things she did for me. She was everything. But now she watching over me.
And family is very important to you, obviously. You had a lot of friends and family. How many people would you say were out here to support you here tonight?
Man, I don't know. There was a lot of people out here. Every time my people was going out, we go out to the crowd, see who's out there. They tell me, man, I came out here for boots. Everybody kept saying that, so I don't know. I feel like I had a lot of people out here, so. It
was easy to spot because everyone was wearing pink. What's the story behind the pink?
It's something I picked, I wanted to wear silver and pink, and I just added white in there, and that's about it. So, I could, and breast cancer too. Breast cancer awareness, people that got breast cancer, so I thought about that too, so.
And last one for me, what song did you come out to in the beginning of the fight?
I came out to my man right there, that's my cousin, Nilo Wright. It's called Rocky.
Thank you.
Stephen Goodin, KOR Sports. Congrats, Ennis.
Appreciate it.
People at the press conference were asking you, on paper, this was your toughest opponent. What do you think it says that he didn't meet the first bell?
I mean, every time I fight somebody, they always say it's the toughest fight, and I go in there and I make it look easy, and then they be like, I'm supposed to do that. At the end of the day, I just, like I said, I go in there and do me, and I don't worry about what people say. Yeah, I could fight the Incredible Hulk, and I knocked the Incredible Hulk out. They can know he was supposed to do that. So at the end of the day, I'm just keep doing my job, keep doing me,
When you landed the shot, did you know it was over? Did you feel it when it landed in your hand that it was gonna keep going?
I mean, I was setting it up, but when I set it up and I touched him with the jab first, I seen he was going to the side, so I just tried to, bring it down, and I thought he was going to get up, and I thought I guess he was hurt, but what can I do, as long as I came home victorious.
Lastly, I talked to your dad after, and he said he wants more rounds, but I mean, that's a good problem to have, right, that you're not getting them?
I mean, like I always say, we train for 15 rounds in the gym. We train hard. I train 4-minute rounds. I've been sparring 12, 13 rounds with 3-4 different guys. Super middleweights, light heavyweights, 60 pounders, 54. I was in great shape. I could have did that all night long. But I'm always, like I said, I'm always in shape, and I'm always ready. Thank you. You heard it. Say that again.
The longer these dudes wait, the worse it's gonna get.
Hey Boots, Adriana Noriego, ABN Sports Media. Congratulations, first of all. 29-0, 27 knockouts, but you're only 24 years old. Talk to me about, have we not even seen the best Boots Ennis yet? You haven't even reached your prime.
No, y'all ain't seen nothing yet, basically. Like I always say, you only see about 30% of me. I haven't had to get in my bag yet. I was just getting warm, and I was about to start doing different things, but I caught him early, so maybe the next fight we'll see some more tricks and stuff like that.
Obviously, the main event, undisputed. What were your thoughts? Your reaction to Jamel?
That was a great fight. If I'm not mistaken, I said that Jamel was gonna stop him. He did. It was a great fight. They was going back and forth. He was doing a lot of, big punches and stuff like that, and it was a good war. And Jamal did his thing, and Castano did his thing too. Shout out to them.
Motivation for you to eventually become undisputed at some point, right?
Most definitely motivation for me to become undisputed. Fighting in front of millions of people.
Boots, Danny Alvarez at ThaBoxingvoice.com. First and foremost, congratulations. After the fight, you said you were gonna go fishing. Saw you throughout that.
Yeah.
That hook. Did you think you're gonna get a bite? You think he's gonna bite and take that fight, whether it's next or not? You think we'll see that in the near future?
I feel like it's gonna happen. I feel like if he don't fight, like I said, if he don't fight Crawford, I'm here. Like I said, it's time to go fishing. I'm here. If he can't get Crawford, he can get me. I'm here.
Any more questions for Boots?
Hey Boots, I got 2 questions for you. The first one, I was here late, so they might have already asked you this, but after you got your knockout win, it seemed that you had said some words towards the direction of Errol Spence. So I was just curious, like, what was said there, and what did you hear back?
No, I said it's time to go fishing, and I put my reel out. It's time to go fishing. It's time to make these big fights happen. Like I've been saying, I've been ready. It's time to take my career to the next level and fight these big guys, whether it's Errol Spence, Bud, or Keith Thurman. I'm ready.
And the reason why he said that, because Spence said he's the big fish.
And my last question for you, Jaron, how much better do you feel you can be, and what haven't you shown yet in these fights?
I just said it before. I ain't seen nothing yet. I only seen about 30% of me. I was just getting in my bag, my groove, and hopefully, next fight I can show a little bit more tools. But if not, and I get a knockout early again, so be it.
Anyone else for Boots? All right, how about we give him one last hand before we end up?
Yo, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars and Title, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.